Life is going to be hard, but you can make it easier if you do a couple of things when you're young. Like, for instance, a few things: getting into shape and gaining a good amount of muscle mass. Gaining a good amount of muscle mass will decrease the amount of de-aging, I guess, after 30 years old. If you don't have any muscle or any substantial muscle when you turn age 30, your body won't be able to burn sugar or carbs or glucose as effectively as it would if you did have muscle. And then you would develop diabetes if you keep on eating unhealthy food. Whereas if you were to have a substantial amount of muscle, you would be able to burn all of that no problem, because you actually go to the gym and you're exercising, and that's what your body is meant to do. Is meant to move. It's meant to lift heavy objects. It's meant to lift heavy. That is one thing that you need to keep in mind. Your health is very, very, very connected, very much connected to exercising and dieting. Let's just add that in there. Stop eating garbage. Even though that you may feel young right now, eating garbage will catch up to you. Stop eating out. Stop eating Taco Bell. Stop eating Taco Mac. Stop eating Dunkin' Donuts. You don't need all of that. I know that's hard because GMO foods are very addictive. Trust me, believe me, they are. They are. I still struggle with them sometimes. I might have a blood pressure issue, blood sugar issue. I might have both. Who knows? I gotta get test results. But yeah, you need to like exercise and eat healthy. You already know this. But you don't really know why. That's why you gotta go do research on that. I'm not gonna explain that in this video today. Now, another thing that you can do to make life a little bit easier is earn money while you're young and try to invest that. And I'm not talking about like waste your whole 20s and you're like, oh, I'm 30 years old now and I have like, I didn't go to school or nothing. I just worked all day. Don't do that. I would say maybe like 2 or 3 years, just work as much as you can, because when you have at least $100,000 in the stock market, it'll grow due to compound interest. The more money you have, the more it will times two, times three, times four, and the more it'll just increase. So I would definitely say, if you can, if you are in school or if you're not in school, doesn't matter. Try and get a job that you can save up a good amount of money and put that in the stock market, start investing, start being financially smart with your money now. Start developing these good habits, because if you don't, and you're just like spending your money on, like, again, fast food or something, or some stuff that doesn't matter, like Fortnite V-Bucks or something, then it's not really that great. It's like what you're suffering with 2 jobs and school just so you can waste it. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Then just have one job if you want to live that kind of lifestyle. You only got 2 jobs so you can invest all of that, so you can save money for a rainy day. If you're anything like me, your parents don't really give you money. They're not really responsible for you. You still live with them, but they don't give you any money. You need help with something, they're like, "Oh, sorry, I don't have no money for you." It's like, okay, then you got to go do it yourself. So saving a good amount of money for a rainy day would be a good idea. Maybe like $5,000 or $10,000 in your savings account. Make sure you choose a good one with a 4.0 APY. It was 5 before, but no one's doing that anymore. Um, Another thing you could do is kind of just learn a little bit more about yourself and what you actually want to do. Because going into school, like for instance, like if you wanted to do like human anatomy studies or biology or business or just, some of the things that a lot of like medical degree. A lot of people get a medical degree or they start trying to get a medical degree and they go to school for that. And it's like, and they kind of realize they're like, I don't really want to do this. It's like, okay, then what do you want to do? I don't know. It's like, that's okay. And that's why you're trying to figure it out while you're young. But don't just blindly rush into a major that you don't really care about. You can always switch majors. It's never too late to switch a major. I know that it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of time just to learn that major, but if you don't like it, then don't do it. Another thing is mentality and the way that your mindset is. If you got into like a car crash and you got injured and you think to yourself, man, I'm gonna be in pain for a lot of months. It's gonna be so painful. You could think of it like that, or you could be like, yeah, I got into a car crash, but the people behind me are at fault. So now I'm gonna get money for that. Okay. And are these injuries recoverable? Can you recover from this? Yes. It's like, okay, then we're good. Sometimes you won't be able to, and that's sad, but that's just how it is. It's not that, sometimes it's not that bad though. Most times it's not that bad. But having a good mindset like that will benefit you. Because the worse your mindset is, the more self-destruction you'll have. You'll induce onto yourself. The more fast food you'll eat, the more you'll start craving bad food because of the stress. And then you'll go down the rabbit hole of self-destruction. But it can be a good thing sometimes. And you can be like, okay, what are you talking about? Self-destruction can be a good thing? Yeah. Because, like, think about it, right? Self-improvement is good. But can you imagine going on YouTube or buying several books on self-improvement, reading those books? It's all the same thing, by the way. Reading those books over and over and over again, watching those videos over and over and over again, and getting nowhere. When you need to realize to yourself, I have not built up resilience. What does self-destruction do? When you go to the gym, people say that's self-improvement. That's self-destruction, man. You're going to the gym so you can rip your muscles apart over and over and over again. That's not self-improvement. That's self-destruction. And then it becomes self-improvement. Have you ever gotten fast food and you fucking stuffed your belly, man? You stuffed it. And you are so full. That's self-destruction right there. But what does that help with? You stuff yourself so you can bulk up in the gym. Even if it's healthy or unhealthy food, dirty bulking or clean bulking. You stuff your face so you can bulk up, so you can grow that muscle. That's self-destruction still, but it still helps you. You build resilience when you do bad stuff. And I'm not saying like go shoot some people up or something, but when you, let's say, for example, the dating game. Dating is very toxic. Dating 2 or 3 people at once, that's not cool. Like, why would you do that? That's like that. They could be like, oh, so you're texting this girl and me at the same time? It's like, yeah, but you're doing that because the dating game has changed. That is self-destruction for one relationship, but depending on how you look at it, it's like you're kind of like you're kind of testing the waters a bit, you know? It's like, is this girl? Oh, that girl's not cool. Okay, well that girl. Oh, she's not cool either. Well, I have this girl. Oh, she's pretty cool. Well, let me go with her then. So it's kind of like you shouldn't talk to so many people. Once you're in a relationship with them, cut everybody else out. But it's kind of normalized now. And I would say it's a pretty good tactic to have. Because it allows you to, like, again, test the waters. If you don't test the waters, how are you gonna know if you like the pool? And then you have like sleeping. You could take any single analogy and you could turn it good or bad. Oh, you sleep for 8 hours, that's great. You sleep for 9 hours, that's great. But that's self-destruction. Okay, how is that self-destruction? Because you could be doing more stuff at the time. You could be going to school with that time. You could be working with that time. You're destroying your life by not putting in the hours. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. You think of it like this. I'm getting sleep so I can improve my health, so I can dream better, so I can restore my cognitive function, so I can restore my brain. Sleep is good for you. It's actually really good for you. So it just depends on how you look at it in life. Life is hard. Life is going to get worse. But if you were to implement those 3 or 4 tips that I just gave you, then you will be able to have a little bit better time in your future. One more thing I want to go over is dating. A lot of people are like, don't date in your 20s. Don't date in your 20s. That's stupid. That's stupid. Don't date. That is not true. You need to date so you can have social skills, so you actually know what people like. Don't just date aimlessly. Don't date like, oh, she's going to be with me for the rest of my life. She's the one. Whatever happens, happens. It's just like a friend group. When you get into a friend group, be prepared to lose them. Friends are cool. Friends keep you sane. When you do normal things, you'll feel normal. So don't exclude normality. I don't even know if that's a word, but don't exclude that altogether. You need to feel normal to be normal, and you need to be normal to feel normal, or something like that. Yeah, like a lot of people are like, just grind, just grind. A lot of people already know that that's not sustainable. You can't just keep on grinding, grind. No, you're meant to take like the easiest route out there. The path of least resistance is the easiest. So of course you're gonna take it. Your brain's gonna be like, yeah, take it. And then you're like, sometimes you're like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna go take the path of most resistance. And you take that, and it's hard as fuck. And sometimes you're not gonna want to do stuff like working out, and you think that's gonna be like, oh, take care of yourself. If you don't want to work out, if you don't feel like it, it's okay. Self care. No, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna do it anyway. And that builds resilience in your head. That is scientifically proven to build resilience in your head. There is a chemical that activates, maybe not a chemical, but there is a neuron that activates when you do something you don't actually want to do. Like, for example, I don't want to get up every day and get on my motorcycle and go in 20-degree weather to work, but I do it anyway. And that builds resilience. Now, am I spouting a whole bunch of nonsense at you that I heard over the internet? Yes. Did I test some of these theories that people actually have taught me? Yes. What actually works? Yes. I would say doing things that you don't want to do works. All the tips that I gave you work. They do. I've tried all of them. They all work. But my favorites are doing stuff that you know you don't want to do, but you got to do it. It's like delayed gratification. That works. I've seen it. It's like when you know you need to hang out with your girl, but you know you need to, or you want to hang out with your girl, but you know you have to go edit a video or you have to go work out. Which one are you going to choose? Of course, you're going to go with your girl because it's the easiest choice. You don't want to edit. You don't want to work out. It's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to hang out with you because I have to go work out or I have to go do this or I have to homework. I have to homework, man. Or I have to gym or I have to edit or something. It's pretty easy. Not. So just my advice for you is to not click off this video and to hit that like button and subscribe. But my advice for you actually is to build resilience for everyday life in the future. If it's easy right now, it's not going to be easy in the future. But that doesn't mean to have anxiety about it. Anxiety is only there to tell you that you're doing something wrong or something's not right. And don't take pills for anxiety. Sit down in a room and just think to yourself, why am I having anxiety? What exactly is triggering my anxiety? How do I get over my anxiety? What is anxiety? What is bothering me? And 9 times out of 10, you will find out what is bothering you and how to prevent it in the future. Most times, it'll probably be something like something you're not doing that you need to be doing. You're hurt because your girl either cheated on you or broke up with you. Or she's pulling away and you can sense that. And instead of ignoring her and doing what you need to do, you get in your emotions and you get sad and you stop doing the things that you love, like going to the gym, actually trying to build your business, going to do homework, going to do school, doing the things that actually improve your life, reading a book, learning new skills. Doing the things that help you. It's self-destructive, but then you'll learn. If you don't listen to my advice, you'll understand later on in life what I mean. I can only give you advice, and depending on how you use it is up to you. But just know that we are finite. You only have, depending on how old you are, probably have a good 40 years left until you're old. But, life's all about the journey. You make mistakes, you live, you learn, life goes on. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it popped up in your recommended, and a lot of people watch it. And can you do me a favor? Because I've been posting videos. Can you go ahead and like this video? Just leave a like. That's all I need you to do. And if you're still watching this, please just comment tiger or something like, oh, that tiger was crazy in that video. Just comment something. Comment something random. And if you like my personality, if you like the things that I say, drop a subscribe, you know? Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good night.